If I copied the daily habits of millionaires for just 30 days, would my life actually change? Would I suddenly make more money, save more, or feel richer? Or is all of this just another internet myth? That's exactly what I wanted to find out. So, for the next 30 days, I challenged myself to live like the people who build wealth. Not by buying expensive cars, wearing luxury clothes, or pretending to be rich, but by copying the habits they practice every single day. I wasn't expecting to become a millionaire in a month. I simply wanted to answer one question: what separates people who build wealth from everyone else? Like many people, I used to think millionaires lived completely different lives. I imagined private jets, luxury vacations, designer watches, and huge mansions. Social media makes it seem like being rich means constantly spending money. But the more I researched, the more I realized that many self-made millionaires don't actually live the way the internet portrays them. Many drive ordinary cars, live below their means, budget their expenses, and invest consistently. They don't try to look rich, they focus on becoming rich. That completely changed the direction of my challenge. Instead of trying to spend like a millionaire, I decided to think like one. The very first habit I adopted was tracking every dollar I spent. At first, it felt unnecessary. I thought I already knew where my money was going. But once I started writing down every coffee, every food delivery, every subscription, and every impulse purchase, I realized something uncomfortable. I wasn't spending money on things that genuinely made my life better. I was spending because it was convenient, because I was bored, or simply because it had become a habit. None of those purchases seemed expensive on their own, but together they quietly consumed hundreds of dollars every month. For the first time, I understood that building wealth isn't always about earning more. Sometimes it's about paying attention to where your money disappears. The second habit surprised me even more. I discovered that wealthy people don't usually spend what's left after saving. They save and invest before they spend. I had always done the exact opposite. I would pay my bills, buy whatever I wanted, and then hope there was something left to save at the end of the month. Most of the time, there wasn't. So during this challenge, I decided to flip the order. The moment I received money, I set a portion aside before spending anything else. It didn't matter whether it was $50 or $500. The amount wasn't the important part. The habit was. I realized that every dollar I invested was another employee working for my future instead of disappearing into another unnecessary purchase. The third habit completely changed the way I thought about spending money. Millionaires don't just invest in stocks or real estate, they invest in themselves. They read books, learn new skills, attend courses, build relationships, and constantly improve their knowledge. At first, spending money on learning felt strange. It was much easier to justify buying another gadget or ordering dinner. But then I asked myself a simple question. 5 years from now, what would still be giving me value? The pizza I ordered tonight, or the skill that could increase my income for the next decade? That's when I realized not every expense is a bad expense. Some expenses are actually investments because they improve your future earning potential. As the challenge continued, I noticed something that had nothing to do with money itself. Millionaires think differently. Before making a purchase, they don't just ask, "Can I afford this?" They ask, "Is this the best use of my money?" They think about opportunity cost. Every dollar spent today is a dollar that can't be invested, saved, or used to create more income tomorrow. Instead of chasing instant gratification, they make decisions with their future selves in mind. They aren't perfect, They simply repeat good financial decisions over and over again until those decisions become habits. By the end of the 30 days, something unexpected happened. My bank account hadn't magically doubled. I wasn't suddenly wealthy, and I definitely wasn't driving a sports car. But something much more valuable had changed. My awareness had completely shifted. I knew exactly where my money was going. I spent less on things that didn't matter and more on things that actually improved my future. I stopped thinking of money as something to spend and started thinking of it as a tool that could buy me freedom, security, and opportunities. The biggest lesson I learned was that becoming wealthy isn't about finding one perfect investment or making one lucky decision. It's about making hundreds of small, intentional decisions every single day. Wealth is built through consistency, not shortcuts. Before this challenge, I thought millionaires were simply people who earned more than everyone else. Now I believe many of them became wealthy because they consistently made better financial decisions with the money they already had. So, did living like a millionaire for 30 days make me rich? No. But it did make me realize that building wealth starts long before you become wealthy. It starts with your habits, your mindset, and the choices you make when nobody is watching. And honestly, that's encouraging because it means you don't need to be rich to start thinking like someone who will be. This challenge may be over, but I have a feeling these habits are going to stay with me for a very long time. And maybe that's how real wealth begins, not with $1 million in the bank, but with the decision to think differently about every dollar you earn.